this is where a lot of people get lost and a lot of people get discouraged.
That's how we do it in the South.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. So we are sitting in what's going to be my office. You know, it's so weird with this wood paneling like this. I feel like this is going to be like a hunting and fishing show. And I'm going to tell you about how, we're using the best baits to catch bigmouth bass or something. I don't know. I'm not that guy. But we're not. You know what we're going to do today? I got a size 13 wingtip that is literally aimed at your ass because I'm going to kick you in the ass today. I got a really good message. It was on Instagram, Facebook, one of the two. This is the other day. And this has been on my mind. And I get a lot that are similar to this. But this one, I don't know, for some reason really just hit home. And I love getting messages from you guys. I love hearing about what you're doing in your lives. I mean, it's interesting. I love it. I mean, I consider every one of you friends. That's what friends do. I love it. I'm always interested in seeing what people are doing. I love seeing all the hustles and all the exciting things going on in people's lives. But this one kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So this guy is 20 years old, and he goes, "Man, I don't know what to do with my life." And then he followed it with, "What would you do?" And this is the most open-ended question ever. What would I do? And then you think into it a little deeper. So I kind of left him on red on that one. What would I do? Well, what I would do is not necessarily maybe what you would do or what Jeff would do or goofy-ass Tucker would do. It's up to you. Everybody's got their strong suits. You've got to pursue what works for you. So I'm thinking about this, because I want to respond. Because I could see in the message that this kid, and I can say that, hell, I'm old enough to be his dad, is, I'm not going to say lost, but he's wandering. And I want to help anybody I can. I had a lot of people coming up that were very influential in my life. And, whether it be, other people in sales or just people that were motivational to me, that not necessarily had a role in sales, but pushed me to pursue what I wanted to do, pushed me to pursue and chase my dreams and make it to where, like I am today, standing in front of the tackiest wood paneling in the world, talking to you guys with wires hanging from the ceiling in this money pit that I just purchased. But back to the story at hand, what should I do? Well, you got to get a game plan together. That's the first and foremost. And, you got to understand, let's treat this like a football game. You know what? You got your team. You can't just run out there on the field without a game plan. You got to have a game plan, X's and O's. You got to have it. You need to draw it out in your head. Even the simplest plan, like, what direction you want to go in, but you got to have a plan. And the next thing is, once you come up with this plan, you need to pursue it. And this is where a lot of people get lost. And a lot of people get discouraged. And this is why I always try to motivate as much as humanly possible. I get people in this stage a lot. They got a little idea, but they're like, "Yeah, well, I tried, and it's just not working," or, "I really need this to take off, and it's not working." Well, you got to understand, very few times you're going to do something, and it's just going to instantly be perfect the first time. If it was, everyone would be successful. So you got to understand that this is a popular stumbling block. But in the same token, you got to be able to get past it. So this is where motivation really comes into play. And I'm not talking about somebody patting you on the back saying you can do it. I'm talking about somebody that makes you think, and somebody that gets you in that right mindset, that fires up the hustle in your ass. and just really gets a fire brewing you where you're really doing some problem solving in your head. What steps you got to make to get past this, to make this idea better, to make this idea excel? What can we do to make this idea profitable? What can we do to sell this idea? What can we do to put this idea into motion? Things like that. That's what's important. And once you get past that, now it's time to do it. And that's the thing. It's easy to run that mouth and talk about it, but to really do it, that's the thing. You know, it's easy to talk the talk. You got to be able to walk the walk and pursue that. And that's when you got to put a little elbow in, a little arm into it and go at it. And then, I'll be honest with you, if you made some of the right choices, and you may have to step back to step two and move some things around, go back to the drawing board and try a new play, but you're in the game and you're working this. And by working this, you are solving these problems and you're fine-tuning this strategy for yourself. So back to what should he do? Well, I think that's the question you need to ask yourself. But the key is, instead of looking for someone to give you an idea or looking for someone to give you advice on something that you really need to have a little more intel on and what you want to do, you need to think about it. It's real easy. I mean, there's no such thing as a dumb question, and that's true. But some of them you can pretty much figure out on your own. And that's the thing. I can't tell you what to do at the end of the day. I mean, I can't make everybody in the world a car salesman. Just like, I couldn't make everybody in the world a cameraman. If it would, I would make one way better than Jeff. But it's got to be something, and that's something else. It's got to be something from you, because if I tell you what to do, that's no different than a job. That's just going to work doing something for somebody because he told me to do it. It needs to be something here. It needs to be here and here, and something you came up with, something you put together. And then the next step is, like I said, that step two is turn that into cash, turn that into money, get that plan into motion, make it where people are going to want this product or service. So basically, to answer your question, what should I do? Well, that's up to you. The only thing I will tell you is none of us is promised another day, and it kills me. We're sitting here in the new year, and everybody's social media, new year, new me, my resolution for 23 is this, and blah, 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 blah. You don't need a new year to start a new you or start a new plan. All you need is another day. And guess what? We have 365 a year just for that reason. Every time you wake up, you get another chance to fuck it up. And guess what? You can fix it again the next day. That's the beauty of life. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars.